show can be a little gay,
but if you're not,
that's okay.
You can listen and have fun either way.
Xena, Star Wars, Doctor Who,
guests and music and reviews.
Game of Thrones,
Winona too.
we promise there's something for you.
She nerds out.
We're girls that like nerdy things.
Nerdy things.
Hello and welcome to the She Nerds Out podcast. I'm Kat.
I'm Wendy.
And this is Tara.
On today's episode of She Nerds Out, oh God, I gotta clear my throat. I sound like Wendy, even though I'm Kat, and that's not right. We have a fun-filled episode. We're gonna have the results of our poll, our Twitter poll. We've got this weekend snopping, which is, I believe, Wendy misspelled this weekend snooping, but Wendy and Tara survived their brunch, Rita's brunch. Kat did something. I did something as a cat. I don't know what it is, but we'll find out. We're going to talk about Marvel casting, the DE icon with gays in space. We're going to go to Purgatory, talk about some Purgatory-ish things. So, hey, let's start it off. Hey, Wendy, how about those poll results from our She Nerds Out poll, where Lee is doing an excellent job as our new social media coordinator? Oh, Wendy, you don't know the results? I'll tell you. Yeah. The poll was, which show will you watch of the upcoming shows in April? Tell us your faves or in the comments. So the poll was The Handmaid's Tale, Black Mirror, Hacks, The Last of Us, Andor. And it was all of them, some of them, or something else were the results. And overwhelmingly, not surprisingly, 61% was some of them was the winner.
As Wendy, I'm most excited for Andor.
Yes.
Coming up.
As Kat, I believe I am too.
So overwhelmingly, some people just said something else.
Well, no, they said some of them, which
Some
makes
of them?
sense because most people watch some of them, but not all. That was my answer. As
Okay.
Kat,
Were there any comments as far
Yes.
as okay?
Lucy recommended Lioness on Paramount, and Amy Ray just said that they were watching Andor.
Well, as someone who works in a hospital, I mean, is there anything hospital themed in this poll? Otherwise, I'm just not interested. This is Tara.
Sorry, Tara, there is not.
That's too bad.
Very sorry for that.
Yeah.
But
That's kind of weird, Tara. Kind of weird.
Why would you say that, Wendy? We're best friends.
Look, my wife Leah, who I'm married to,
How dare you?
Eye roll.
Here we go again.
so I don't have anything to say about her. I just wanted to say that.
Just remind us all.
Just say my wife Leah,
That
who
you're
I'm
married.
married to, should have
Okay.
voted in that poll.
Kat, I think that's really sweet. And as someone who looks up to older lesbians and, secure, healthy relationships, I appreciate you saying that about Leah. And I'm a fan.
Tara, did you just call Kat older?
Yeah,
Yeah.
much older.
Huh.
Wow.
Interesting. Yeah. No, you mean you older. She called you
I
older.
am confused.
I am too. Hey, Wendy, why don't you? I think someone bought us some beers. Why don't you tell us who?
You know what? But I would like Tara to tell us about
Tara.
that.
That's right, Tara. Why don't you take it away?
Oh, that's me. I'm Tara.
Yes.
Here, let me look
Please
at the
take it away.
rundown. I rarely look at the rundown.
Ouch!
So we did get some beers. Judy, shout out to Judy. She bought us 5 beers.
Ooh.
And Judy says, really enjoy you guys and love it when Anne drops in. Battle on. Thank you.
Being a fan?
Yeah, apparently. Thank you, Judy. We appreciate you very much. You're helping to keep this fine show running smoothly.
Wonder if that's our Judy or a different Judy. The Judy we know that goes by the name Jube.
I think there might be more than one Judy.
There may be more than one Judy in the world that listens to us. And I doubt Jube does, but
Yeah.
the only Judy I
feel like
know. Probably not.
Interesting. Well, thanks, Judy.
Well, this will be awkward for this week in snopping
We
because
should probably
probably
just,
switch back.
Oh well.
hey,
Hey.
surprise.
Ha ha.
Gotcha. Good one.
April
Gotcha.
Fools. Ah.
Just joking. This is Tara.
And I'm Wendy.
Hey, it's me, Kat.
Oh,
That
I
was
was
great.
so confused.
I felt so awkward. Everything
If
felt
I-
wrong with the world.
I
If I
was
kept
confused.
my eyes closed, I wouldn't have even noticed.
No.
No. I wish I had something to rant about.
Oh, that would have been fun.
Wendy's rant. Yeah.
I'm sure I can find you something.
Well, this week in snopping, this is Tara. Wendy and I, the real Wendy, we went to Rita's brunch that we talked about last week. The
Oh boy.
lovely neighborhood woman who put this sign out inviting everyone in the neighborhood to
Inviting
brunch.
strangers, just complete
Strangers.
strangers.
Look.
Brunch.
We're still alive, obviously. It went
I
fine.
love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, and then I went back. So there was a nice like a little like handwritten sign just kind of laying in our yard. But I went back, walked by there the day before the brunch, and there was like a legit sign that looks like she picked it up in a TJ Maxx, like that one that says, has the sales
Yes.
on it. Like metal sign.
Oh.
Like then it was like parked right out front of her house. So this ain't her first rodeo. So then it said again, it was a handwritten sign on inside of that sign holder that said, then it said brunch Sunday, Sunday, March 30th.
I
Yeah.
see.
So Wendy and I, we had already decided to go. Kat, you were busy.
Said
I
no,
was-
I don't want to hang out
as
with you.
usual.
No.
Don't
I was
wanna hang out with us?
working. I'm working.
Okay.
I was working.
So Wendy and I went, and we went with my girlfriend Rachel. And
Oh, you have a girlfriend, and her
my-
name is Rachel. That's
Yes.
great. I support this completely. It's
Thank
good to
you.
remind people your
Thank you. And
status.
also my roommate Joe from England Town. And so we were all really excited to go to this brunch because we had met Rita the other day. She's very charming. Apparently there are like 5 people that all live at her house.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And
Her
like
and 4
various-
men.
Yeah, her and 4
Let's
men.
protect her.
All
And
right.
they call it Rita's World, just like her
Right, Rita.
podcast. And one of the men apparently helped her with that podcast.
Cute.
So, we get there and we're like some of the first people there, but there are
Oh,
like
that's not awkward at all.
6 tables out. But then we realized there's more people inside preparing the food.
Whoa.
So we got our drinks. We're just chilling. And then Rita's like, "Oh, come on in. Yeah, we're going to serve the food inside." Then more people start showing up.
They brought in a keyboard for our
Yeah.
musical entertainment.
There was a keyboard. There was
Sweet.
live music. There was singing.
Guitar.
They were good too.
Mm-hmm.
Singers.
It was just
Yeah.
felt like, and it wasn't anything polished. It was like, oh, what do you know? And they were kind of like the keyboard was figuring out with the guitar, and the women would come sing, and felt very just, I don't know, like a nice impromptu backyard
Chill.
concert.
That's so fun.
And like
Mhm.
another
Love that.
group of this family, this woman with like 3 kids and her husband, they came to brunch because they were just out walking their dog and walked past the sign.
Oh, really?
They came in. Yeah, that
Oh,
family.
I didn't know that was their
Yeah.
story.
They had just showed up.
Huh.
And then there ended up being, I want to say, like 20 people there.
At least.
Yeah,
I'd say
at
more.
least, at
Pretty good.
least. And the woman, Pat, who cooked, she cooks, I guess she cooks for all the brunches. She is Rita's best friend for 65 years.
Whoa.
She had a very sweet story to tell about her recent 20-year marriage that it just ended when her husband passed away.
Oh boy, that's very
So
sad.
she had very, and then it was also Rita's birthday this Tuesday. So happy birthday, Rita, as
Aw.
of today.
Cake and balloons.
So they had cakes, balloons. People were there for her. We
That's
sang happy
sweet.
birthday. Pat cooked. I offered Pat some cash because I was like, they were like, no, don't bring anything. Don't do it, only BYOB. And And so she's like, is there like a donation thing? You're feeding all these people. She's like,
Yeah.
no, honey, I've had such a great life. I've been so blessed with, and my kids, they're doing very well. So don't worry about me. This is
I bet
my
they are.
gift to you this to the community that I
That
want
is
to
so
get
freaking
the food
That
and cook for everybody.
that was the vibe of the whole thing, and
Yeah.
especially Rita.
Just
She just had
gratitude.
this. We just all being together and young and old, and because that's what we're supposed to do. Get together and understand each other and just have fun together. Oh, she was like
Yeah.
one of the most positive people I've ever met in my life.
They're not Scientologists, are they?
Well,
So
I mean,
I
I'm not
didn't
saying
get-
no. You never know.
I didn't
but-
get a cult vibe. Nobody
No.
wanted to like give me any pamphlets or get me to drink anything. I didn't
Well,
want
that's
to drink.
amazing then. How
Although
about
two
Yeah.
people handed out cards or little printouts of their film projects because
It was
this
very
is
LA.
this is LA.
Yeah.
So we did get two
Here,
handouts for
Scan this
projects.
QR code to see my family's movie.
Yeah. Here's my animated short film. If you
Yeah,
want to check
it's
out.
making the circuits on
Yeah.
the thing. Like, sure it is.
Yeah.
And then so everyone was very nice. And then Rita got her cake. She did her speech. Her speech basically went something like this. Oh, this is so great. This is what life's all about. She's turning 89. It's all about the community and getting together and sharing stories. And she's like, I'm 89. I've lived this long. Because I've eaten good. I don't go too crazy. I don't drink alcohol. I mean, except for when I do. But I don't go crazy with it. I
love
don't
it.
or do crazy things except for when I do. But when I do, it's all about moderation. If you're going to eat bad, if you're going to drink, you just do it in moderation. And sometimes you don't. Sometimes you go overboard. But when you do that, just make sure that's in moderation. You don't do that too often.
But if you do, that's okay too.
Yeah, and if you do, like that's right, just like keep it under control. But like that's the secret. And I'm just so glad everyone's here. This is what it's all about. Sharing the time together and being together and meeting new people. And that's
Can we put
what
that
I
on a
want.
shirt? Like, I don't drink, but when I do, I do it in moderation. Sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
I love this woman.
So what I don't.
Oh,
I just
you,
make
you
sure
gotta
that's-
go to one, Cat. You gotta.
Not moderation is in moderation.
Right.
She had the most adorable signs, handwritten,
Yeah.
around like use it or loose it instead of lose. It was the adorable like life's a stage. What role, like as in dinner role, will you play? It was
That's
so
cute.
sweet. The sentiment
Yeah.
was adorable. Oh, the neighbor's cat came by. I wanted to pet it. I wanted to be its friend, but then it went back over the other side. They're like, oh, too many people here, and there's music. I'm out. The food was delicious. It was
Okay.
like meatloaf, stuffing. What was the other meat? Like a brisket?
Yeah, it was like a brisket, like
wow.
a pulled meat
Yeah,
type of
pulled
situation.
something. Salads, like crackers, cheese, fruit.
Damn. And this is all
It was
just
delicious.
These
yeah.
nice old ladies
Yes.
cooking food for everybody.
And there were and like this guy, what was the guy's name? Tim, who we met like the Dodgers jacket when we first got there.
Yeah.
That was only his second time to meet her.
And he
Some of
was
these
playing
people-
the keyboard.
Yeah, he was
Lord.
nicest man. He was
Yeah.
great.
Amazing.
Everybody was very friendly. Like some people you knew had known her for a while. Some people were just like you said, just walked in. Or just
Literally
like
off
us.
the street.
Yeah, just had met her and said, yeah, let's go hang out with Rita.
That's incredible. Wow, what
brunch.
a way to live. Good for her.
And she's got the four guys that I assume, are all very, they take care of her, I assume.
Yeah,
make sure
she said, well, that's
she's
what
protected.
Her
the guy
entourage.
said. He's like, yeah, we take care of Rita. So, I think all of them lived there over 5 to 10 years. And they're like,
the one
now.
I think said 11. Like,
Yeah.
they'd been there a while.
And we said, how'd you find out about this place? And he said, oh, well, I was going through a divorce and my ex-wife found it and said, I think you like this place. You should help this lady. So he's like, I just stay here. And now I feel like my way of giving back. I just help her
Aw.
around the house and help her with things,
That's so
So
sweet.
yeah, it was very wholesome time.
How
Yeah.
often do these things happen?
I guess it's sometimes every month, but usually every other month. So the
Okay.
next time will be like end of June. They said maybe a 4th of July type of thing.
Okay.
But they'll put signs out, before
Okay.
let people know. And we were there for 2 hours and people were kind of coming and going,
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
That's
The
very
inside,
sweet.
I was wondering how the inside, how quirky, because the outside is very quirky with the fun signs and yard things, but the inside, it didn't feel like weirdly anything. Like it was very nice. It was like a nice
No,
older home,
it
and
just felt like grandma's house,
right,
just like
exactly.
some
Like she'd
things
lived there
around.
for a long, long time.
Sure.
But
Yeah,
it was
right.
nice. Everything was very nice and clean. It didn't feel like run down or anything.
Yeah. And she had people there that were like, oh, Miss Rita, I've known her for 40 years and she was the cool mom that everybody wanted to come, hang
Aw.
out with. So,
So she
you
has
know,
kids.
she does or did. I'm not sure what the
Yeah.
situation
All right,
is.
we'll
I think
just
at least
not talk
one.
about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Didn't she meet her best friend because their kids were in preschool together or
Yes,
something? So she
yes.
did at
That's
one
very
point. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
let's not talk about it.
At least one.
I mean,
I'm not sure.
Okay.
well, because I know her
I know
friend
her.
said she had a child die, but she had
Yes, a
grandkids
son
and
had
she was talking about them.
passed,
Yeah.
right.
So I can't remember what Rita said though about the
All right.
Right.
kid situation.
Right.
Okay.
But
So
Well, she sounds like a delightful woman.
she
And I
is.
hope we
She
get to meet her
Good
someday.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
We'll let you know when the next
Please.
one's rolling around.
Keep me posted.
No.
I'd love to go. Yeah, I'm so glad you guys had a good time, and you weren't abducted.
no, we weren't taken into a cult. We were just,
Or where we are recruiting you, so
Well, I mean,
that's
I
true.
don't
The cult of Rita.
Rita's world.
She did have a sign up that I think that said Rita's World. I got some pictures. just
Yeah.
so you
Cute.
can see the
Okay, great.
layout.
Okay, well that's great. Your this week in snooping is way more exciting than mine. On Thursday of last week, we have a rat problem.
Oh.
There's rats who are
Oh.
using our attic as if it were a hotel.
Kat, I feel your pain. I'm going through this at my house in
There you go.
Texas.
And
I
you know
get it.
we have fruit trees, so it's not uncommon.
Rats are so cute.
They're very cute, and it's
Yeah,
all good.
but
Just stay out. Just don't go in the house.
Antivirus.
I
Yeah.
know, now I'm terrified.
So we had some guys over to take a look upstairs, and they were pest control people, and one of them accidentally.
Oh no.
We have fire protection sprinklers in the house, including in the attic.
Oh no.
And so I'm sitting right where I am now. I'm in a work meeting. I do a lot of those. And all of a sudden, it sounded like someone was taking a shower right above me in the attic.
Oh.
And then water started to drip through the ceiling behind me. And I said, hey guys, I got to go.
My house is raining.
My house is raining. I run out. I turn off the main water line. And I say, hey guys, what's going on up there? And they're like, oh man, we broke off this pipe. It's a sprinkler pipe. But don't worry, we're going to fix it. I'm like, okay. I said, is there a lot of water up there? Should I be like worried? They're like, no, it's fine. We're just going to go fix this pipe. It's going to be fine. So they come back, they fix it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. They go about their business. They're like, we're going to send you a quote for all this rat activity. I'm like, great. That sounds so good. So then on Saturday morning, I wake up and I come into my office and there's water everywhere.
Oh
no.
God
So what has
bless.
happened is that they have replaced the part with the wrong kind of PVC pipe. Now, if you
Oh,
know anything
jeez.
about fire protection systems, you know that it's a high pressure system, meaning there's always water in there because it's an emergency, right? You want the water to be there. So that means there's always water in that pipe, and it needs a higher grade of PVC, as we all know. Everyone knows this.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
Child's play.
So they replaced it with a lower grade PVC. So over time, it sprung a leak that was constantly leaking into the home for 2 days.
Oh boy.
So there's like bubbling in the ceiling, there's bubbling on the wall. It's all just fucked up. It's fucked up.
Wow.
So finally, we got the water turned back on today. We had people who know what they're doing come and fix the leak, but now the insurance company's involved. We finally got the water turned on today, but there's going to be mold. Like this whole office, I'm getting a new office. Isn't that great? They're going to tear
Wow.
open these walls. They're going to probably tear up the floors. It's going to be awesome.
They're paying for all of this?
That's the hope.
Yeah. Wow.
Cat.
So that's what I've been going through.
We'll have to compare notes because I
Similar
think
thing.
and I told you like I just wanted to replace the toilet in my bathroom at home.
That's right.
Then they found damage, and the plumber's like, you know what? You should run water through this bathtub once in a while just to keep things moving, whatever. Well, maybe thanks to that, we discovered that one of the pipes is not correctly connected or has broken from the bathtub. So
Sure.
there's even more leakage. So I feel like yes, I'm also going to have get a new bathroom because of all this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But you have insurance, right? Insurance is gonna.
Yeah, and they're
Okay.
involved.
But
But
it's just gonna take forever.
yeah,
It's gonna
and
take
I mean,
forever.
and I don't live there. So either
Right.
we have to do it
It's-
when my roommate is off, or my neighbors have gone by the last 3 days to let them in to check the fans and do all this stuff. So it's
Yeah.
This is why you got to get to know your neighbors.
and thank goodness we do.
And then the same day, Saturday, when I discovered all the water damage, my car wouldn't start. My battery's
Oh,
dead. My car
boy.
won't
Cat.
start. Guys, my car won't
What's
start.
happening?
God. I'm sorry.
So I've had a week. I've had a few. Yeah. So anyways, that's my deal.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Man, so are you gonna redesign like anything, or just replace what you have with
No,
your?
I mean, there's really not much you can do in here.
Did the Golden Girls get hurt?
Oh yeah,
They're
where are
fine.
they?
You know what? It's a good thing that I put them in the corner because normally they're right here.
Right.
They would have been destroyed. You're
Wow.
totally right. They would have been
Whoa.
fucking.
Then you would have a
destroyed.
lawsuit. They'd have a lawsuit
Oh,
on your hands.
don't you know?
Tara would be suing
Don't
them.
even. That would have been pain and suffering.
Did you
Exactly.
move them because you're embarrassed to have them standing behind you for work Zoom meetings?
Of course. Obviously.
You're fine with old Lucy over there.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
blur
fine.
your background?
I do.
Cat?
I blur it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. All right.
It's a-
All right.
There's
It's
like
a-
4 weird people standing behind
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Cat, is someone behind you there?
No,
Blurred,
it's just Dorothy and Rose. Wow, I'm sorry, Kat.
Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. It could be worse.
Man, Tara dealt with gas leak. You're dealing with rats and water. I'm dealing with rats and water.
Rats and
Homes are
To
fun.
like swimming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Anyway.
Home ownership, huh?
Gotta love it.
Oh.
Gotta love it.
Anyway.
Which I do, but my goodness.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've
Next.
got this week it's stopping, but it's kind of more of a nerd news.
I've
but
heard
it's
of
local.
this, actually. I
It's
know what you're
local.
gonna say.
Yeah. If you're local to Burbank, which is in LA, essentially, there is this amazing shop called Geeky Teas,
Yeah.
and it's basically a gaming place. You can go and buy tea and buy games, and then sit there for hours and hours to play games. It's
Which
an
I
amazing
have done.
place.
All of
Yes.
those.
That's
All-
where I
all of
got your
those.
Now they've
teas.
got D&Ds. They also have adoptable cats.
Yeah, they
Um,
do.
It's the best store in the world.
Yes, it is the best store in the world.
Pretty
Before
good.
it was Geeky Teas, it was called Clockwork Couture.
Oh.
Is this the place
the
I went
same
with you
owner.
before I lived
Yes.
here?
I didn't
That's
know that.
okay.
The
That was a
same
great store.
owner.
Yes.
But they decided to kind of shift more into the gaming space. Trying to find this
Good for them.
person.
They're doing great.
name.
It's always so busy there. It's amazing.
Yes. So Donna Ricci, a friend of the owner of Geeky Teas, is now looking. Okay, so I can't find the owner of Geeky Teas, but anyway, but she had this shop. Clockwork Couture was one of my favorite shops.
Great store.
You could go and get like steampunk clothes. You could get games. They had the adoptable cats still because it's very similar. They had a gaming space upstairs that was much smaller.
Right.
And then they had an enormous Dalek from Doctor Who and a full size the TARDIS from Doctor Who parked outside. They used to have they still have small vendors like come on weekends. They can come and set up for selling their wares. But they used to have like twice a year, like an actual, like they're kind of in this little alley space so they could sell a vendor thing. It was so cool. I got so much cool, like handmade Doctor Who stuff when they would do that. But they don't do it to that extent anymore. But so Geeky Teas has had this TARDIS now for over 15 years. It was one of the first shops I went to when I moved to LA 16 years ago. And it's like one of those things that if you're a huge Star Trek nerd or Doctor Who, you can find pictures of so many like stars. They'll like go to this TARDIS to take pictures in it. There's been weddings that have taken place at the TARDIS. It's like it's a big
Proposals.
So it's right now it's like outside of Geeky Teas. They usually have it outside. And it's just this really cool thing. You're walking down the street and there's a freaking TARDIS there, and I guess the TARDIS is starting to fall into a bit of disrepair. So what it needs is what they're looking for is, someone local that has some carpentry skills that be willing to volunteer their time to help repair. I guess this TARDIS has been hit by a car. It's gone, it's gotten like graffitied over the years. It's just,
It's baked in the California sun.
Yeah, it's in the sun. And the wood is warping. It needs some love. So if you're nearby or know someone that's nearby that has some skills, they are looking for somebody. They've got a lot of great stories about, the shop owner being at the store late at one night. I heard brakes on a car go slam, screeching, and running out and seeing the car smashed into the TARDIS.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So it says someone even threw a full container of orange juice through one of the TARDIS windows. You can only imagine what this TARDIS has gone through. But it's still very heartwarming to just see it, to just see a TARDIS on your local street. Yeah. So if you've got some woodworking skills, I wish I wish I had those kind of skills. Not the kind that I could build some janky ass TARDIS, but I don't think that's what they're looking for. I don't think that's what they're looking for.
You should build your own janky ass TARDIS. Put it in your yard.
It wouldn't withstand those types of elements. But if you're not familiar with Geeky Teas, it's a great gift shop for your nerdy friend.
Oh my god!
You can order some stuff online.
It's got everything.
And you go and they've got freaking cats.
Yes.
I haven't been to the new location yet. They moved again.
Again?
Yeah, they moved.
Oh, I haven't.
Is it bigger? I heard it's bigger.
It's so much bigger.
On the inside.
It was already so big.
I need to go by. I didn't know they'd moved.
I gotta go check it out. I'm excited. But I
How
missed
far?
when
How far did they move?
This tiny little hole in the wall clockwork tour store, but it was the coolest store. It was like you could get like your cosplay for Doctor Who, your cosplay for like Victorian England. Like it was all there. You could just like shop clothes and like shop Doctor Who and shop Star Trek. It was all there.
Like I remember going with you and you bought like either a Firefly. I think it was a Firefly wash shirt.
Yeah, like they just had cool shirts, like designed by them. Like it was like a clothing shop, and I'm really bummed that like they don't even do. For a while they still did the clothing online, but then they stopped doing that and just are primarily doing games. So it was an awesome shop. There'd be nothing like it, but
yeah,
it lives on. Parts of it. So
it does.
If you're in the LA area visiting, especially if you're at the Burbank Marriott, going to like a zine convention or a sci-fi convention, look for Geeky Teas. It's nearby, and then you can see the TARDIS.
And was it called Out of This World? Is that the sci-fi shop near you?
Blast from the Past.
Blast from the Past.
Yeah,
that's there, and then Catnip Coalition.
Right.
Proceeds go to help cats, rescue cats. They have adoptable cats sometimes. They have store cats. A lot of fun places in Burbank. To just stroll around and visit. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool shops. You're absolutely right.
Is it Off the Rack where you can buy clothes and things used in film and television production?
Yeah. They have a giant chakram hanging in their showroom.
Oh. Yeah. What show's that from?
I don't know. Looks like a big frisbee.
Shall we move on to nerd news?
This is your end of your Burbank tourism message.
Let's do some nerd news.
Nerd news, nerd news. I repeat, we have breaking nerd news. All right, this isn't really nerd news because it's not really nerdy, but have y'all heard this whole Adolescence on Netflix thing? Have you heard much about it?
Hype.
And how amazing it is?
People are talking. I don't know.
Leah's watching it.
Okay.
Leah is consuming it.
Even though there's literally not really editing and she's an editor. But
yeah, there's no editor apparently.
There's nothing to edit because look, if you haven't heard the hype, let me just tell you, the hype is real. This thing is an incredible look. It's not like some lengthy series of a show. It's 4 episodes, each 1 hour, each one take. start to finish for an hour. This is not your one take. Oh, we pan by a blank wall. No, there's no edit there. Pay no
Right.
attention to the random body walking by and the blackness and then oh look, a new shot. This is legit. They started the camera at the beginning. They stopped it at the end of the hour.
It's
They're
like a
in
play,
cars.
almost,
They're out
a
of
filmed play.
cars.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, it's almost like they're like a theater play, but in cars, out of cars, driving down the street, different locations, different rooms, all over, and it's not just gimmicky. The acting is so good. The writing is. There's probably a lot of little improvs going on, just in the moment. It was, so like amazing to watch. It was so gripping. Episode 3 is ridiculous. It's basically two people in a room for 90% of the episode, and it was captivating.
Insane.
I highly recommend it. It's 4 hours. It's only 4 episodes. It's very intense. But yeah, if you've heard the hype, if you've heard people talking about Adolescence, just go watch it. I mean, it's very dramatic.
Heard it's
It's
dark, and
violent.
upsetting.
It is, but just it's so good though. It's so good, and I told my roommate about it, and then she watched the first couple episodes. She was like, "Oh my god, it's so good!" Yeah, talking about that. So we ended up watching the last 2 Saturday night, and it was
Oh,
it
cool.
was just it was really cool.
It's 4 episodes?
4 episodes,
Okay.
1 hour ish a piece.
Okay.
Once they filmed them like they did each one, or they planned to do like 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. After they did the actor rehearsals, the tech rehearsals, and then they put it all together. Like the pilot, I think they used the second take. One of the other episodes, they used the 13th take of going through.
insane, dude.
They said they
So
had.
you go through. So if you screw up 45 minutes into your hour,
That's not good. Well,
a
there
lot
were a
of
couple of
pressure.
moments where I feel like the actor either not really flubbed a line, but like kind of started and then restarted a line, but it kind of fit the moment. There was one where a lady introduced one cop, forgot to introduce the other. I'm like, maybe it was in the script, or maybe she just forgot and then made up for it. They just went with it. They said there was a moment in the police station where the lights went out, and they're just like, these lights keep going out on us at the station. They just went with it till finally production was like, okay, no, we got to stop. Lights went out. So I feel like there was a lot of like they told the actors, if you flub something, I mean, if you improvise, go with it as best you can. Because and there were moments that came out that they said like, yeah, this was kind of improvised, or like he just did this and then she reacted or whatever. They're probably like, if there's not a technical thing that happens or some just complete mess up, just go, let's just keep going, because you don't know. I mean, it might be fine.
did you look up a bunch of behind the scenes stuff?
I haven't. I've looked. There is on Netflix a behind the scenes little
okay.
vignette, vignette.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Which was so interesting to watch how they did it. Because it's like one camera. And I was like, oh, that camera guy. He's like, we got to be on the whole time. There's a lot
woman.
or woman, sorry. There's a lot of handing off of the camera.
Yeah.
Like there's one, they go from the house to outside into a van. And I'm like, we had to get in the van. No, there's someone already in the van. So they hand off the camera to the guy in the van or the woman in the van.
Does it make sense
going up the stairs? Just whatever. There was handing off, so no one's just gripping it the whole time.
Yeah.
Does it make sense stylistically with the content? Yeah. Isn't it about a kid who's like?
It's
I
about
just see him in jail clothes. That's all.
Okay. I mean, it's not a spoiler. It's about a kid who kills someone.
Okay.
And the guy who plays his father is one of the writer, producer, creators of it.
Cool.
Yeah. So he's even said like, this is what it's about. The kid kills somebody. It's not about did he do it. It's not a whodunit. It's a why. And they sort of explore different aspects of how he got to this point, the effects on the family, and in each different episode. So I feel like
does, like you say, it's not a gimmick, but
No.
does the gimmick of
you
the
forget
one shot, what they're doing, does it help?
I think so, because a
tone?
lot of it,
Okay.
you're in that moment. Like you can't, you don't have an easy out of a cutaway. You're just experiencing this with them. And like, you forget, like there's the writing and the acting is so good. Like you forget you're in that one shot. You're kind of watching at the beginning because you know the deal. And you're like, oh, they just went from the car. Now they're in the car. But wait, now they're going in the house. Oh, But then as it goes, you're kind of, and there are a handful of moments where you're like, you go back and like, wait, they just literally went through that window. How did they do that? Or whatever.
Yeah.
Or how did they make this happen? But you are so wrapped up in the drama of it because it is so good that you're not even thinking about it. But it does capture what's happening in real time, especially the first one, like with the arrest and everything. And yeah, the only thing is like, okay, maybe things wouldn't happen as quickly as they did in the timeline of events, but it doesn't feel like it's an okay show with a cool gimmick. It's a great show. It would have been a great show without doing it in one shot, but I think it does add to being like completely present and you're
Real.
watching every
Yeah.
step of the way. Like
Makes it feel more
when they're
real.
taking fingerprints, okay, thumb, index finger, he goes through every finger, both hands, but it kind of adds to it. So it does not feel gimmicky at all. So I recommend it if it's very dramatic. You don't really see any violence. It's just more the emotional toll and aftermath.
And I'm sure it's described, right? Like what the kid does.
Well,
or is it implied?
I'm not going to say anything about that. But you don't see graphic, blood and.
But there's no like flat. Never mind. I don't want to give anything away.
As far as other than
just
some
watch it.
language, I'm telling you, as a post-production person, because there's obviously editing as far as sound, and there are a couple of times with some sound or music or whatever.
Sure.
And also, who knows? Maybe at some point they had to digitally take out a boom mic, or they had to, something it's a perfect
Sure.
take, but we caught something
Yeah.
in camera, and you got to take that out. So there's probably some of that's gone on. But it's a legit one shot. He said we pressed record when we started and we stopped it at the end of the episode. There's no
Wild.
trickery. No trickery. And it's so well done. But they did it multiple times. And the kid is amazing that they found. Adolescence.
And it's English?
Yeah.
British, I should say.
British. Yeah.
British.
So sometimes, there are sometimes like... There was a big stretch where the family was talking that both my roommate and I were like couldn't understand every single word, or sometimes the kid with his accent plus like if he's mumbling. So subtitles could be of a benefit in some instances.
Fair enough.
But if you're just interested in amazingly well done TV, and look, there's an art to telling a story the traditional way that goes 10, 12 episodes, 22 episodes, multiple seasons. But for like a 4-shot, one and done kind of thing, and this interesting way they did it's amazingly done. It's
Pretty cool.
Number one watched. I think it's going crazy with people talking about it, word of mouth, people watching it. And so I was like, well, let me see what this is about. And I did not regret it. It was fascinating.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Everybody's talking about it. So yeah, I got to check it out.
and for good reason.
Yeah.
You'll not be disappointed.
Well, you know what else is fascinating?
What's that?
How many people they're cramming into this Avengers Doomsday movie?
Yeah, dude.
The
Bring 'em
cast
all.
list came out. The trailer cast list.
Yeah,
reveal?
8-hour
teaser
trailer or
reveal.
whatever.
And
Yeah.
apparently it's like the biggest like teaser trailer. Like they have so many hits on this YouTube thing. Like it's the highest watched Marvel thing ever on YouTube or
Yeah.
something.
Which is crazy.
Just a bunch of chairs. Yeah.
And
Hey,
Robert Downey
at the
Jr.
end, look,
yes.
I watched some of this because I was at work and I had it on my phone. I had earphones in. The music was kind of lulling. It was like this kind of tone thing. And then all of a sudden you'd start hearing noises and like the theme of the next character, and it would do a slow pan to the next chair. So I saw a couple of them, but it was very 10, 15 minutes between chairs at least. And then I had to go. I couldn't watch the whole thing.
How
So-
long was it?
It's like a good 25 seconds, 30 seconds, maybe
Oh,
longer.
okay,
Maybe
okay.
like a
Wait, what do you
minute?
mean 25, 30 seconds? This was...
The little teaser.
Oh,
Like a minute?
Oh no, Kat, that is the end of everything, accelerated version. When this was live, an actual
Oh, it's
live
just like-
event, they would sit on a chair for 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh god.
No.
Like you would, yes.
Oh, I didn't know
That's
this.
why it got all the people talking. Because I looked in, I saw that there was a live Marvel announcement. So I looked at it, and it was, I think when I did it, I don't even know whose chair they were on.
That's kind of dumb.
but
Yeah,
it got
it's way
everybody
too long.
talking. And I was like, if I had nothing better to do, and if I was sitting home on the computer, I guarantee you I would have left that up, not knowing what was going to happen. But you would literally, with this tone going, it was, I don't even know. I'm sure someone has the exact time. It was
Oh,
at least
boy.
10 to 15 minutes before, like I said, some more sound would come in. And like,
That's insane.
I watched it when the woman from Black Panther Wakanda was being announced. And you kind of heard some,
Letitia Wright?
yes, I watched it when you heard that music coming in, like you heard footsteps or something, and then all of a sudden it would slowly move to her chair,
Okay.
and then we'd go back to like the little ambient sound music
Mm.
and sit there for like 10, 15 minutes.
Oh,
And
boy.
at that point, people were like, this is going to take 8 hours with all the people they're announcing. So I had to go back to work. I couldn't just sit there and watch it.
Yeah.
But no, this thing was a very long, drawn out. And then only at the end did they like just edit it all together with Downey at the end.
Okay, well, that's what I saw.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it was a whole day's commitment if people watch this whole thing.
Well, I'm going to go through them much faster than that
Thank
real
you.
quick.
Thank
Okay,
you.
here we go. Chris Hemsworth,
He's all right looking.
Vanessa Kirby,
Okay.
You're not going much faster, are you?
Anthony Mackie,
Wow.
Sebastian Stan.
Is your computer slow or what's going on?
What's happening?
Oh, you want me to go faster than that?
Well, I mean,
I mean,
Okay.
you're faster than the original video, but
All right, I'll go a little faster.
okay.
okay.
Okay. Letitia Wright, who's Black Panther, Paul Rudd, who's Ant-Man, Wyatt Russell, who's U.S. agent,
Sure.
Tana Huerta Mejia, which is Namor from Black Panther, Iban Mas Bacharach, the Thing,
Oh.
I guess, I don't know.
From
Simu
the new
Liu,
X-Men.
okay. Shang-Chi, Florence, pew, 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 pew.
Yes,
pew,
this is
pew,
I'm
pew.
most
Lena
excited about
Belova. Okay, Kelsey Grammer, Beast, Louis Pullman, Bob.
this. Bob.
He's
rumored
in
to be Sentry.
Thunderbolts, I think.
Bob.
Okay. Daniel Ramirez, who's Falcon. Joseph Quinn, who's the Human Torch. We haven't seen some of these people yet because they're
Well,
in the
'cause-
new Fantastic
Yeah,
Four.
Fantastic Four.
So David Harbour, Red Guardian, Winston Duke,
Yeah.
M'Baku,
Dominic.
Hannah Johnson Kamen, Ghost. We haven't seen her yet.
She was,
either.
yeah, no, she was, I think she's the one from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And
she was in
then-
that one.
Tom Hiddleston, Loki. Patrick Stewart. Here we're getting to some X-Men folks, which I'm excited about. Patrick Stewart
Oh boy.
as Charles Xavier. Ian McKellen says Magneto.
Exciting.
Alan Cumming, this is a big one. Alan Cumming is reprising his role as Nightcrawler, last seen in 2003 in X2. And then Rebecca Romaine,
Very cool.
yes, a Mystique from X-Men. Also in 2006 was her last appearance as Mystique. Because Jennifer Lawrence took over for her in the newer ones.
That's
But
right.
so excited to have her back. James Marsden as Cyclops.
Yeah,
back.
Paradise.
Yeah, Channing Tatum as Gambit. He was
From
in the new
Deadpool, Wolverine.
but he
Cute.
hadn't been in it. That was a very special cameo too. So Pedro Pascal is Mr. Fantastic, but he has not yet to be seen. It has not been seen yet. And then Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom.
Victor Von Boom. Oh no, Doom.
Yeah, Von Doom.
Victor Von Doom.
Makes more sense.
Doom
So
is better, I think.
yeah, Von Boom. A lot, a lot
A
to
big
unpack
cast,
there.
man.
Yeah, I am finally the X-Men crossover. They get their moment.
Very cool.
I heard it on Twitter, I think. Someone made a comment of like about it being such a full cast, and the response was, "There's always room for more." So this might
Oh,
not be all.
God.
I mean, there's got to have. They announced everybody. There's got to be a surprise cameo in there. It's so full though. Like, how are you pulling all this together? I mean, they're in that whole timeline thing.
I like the origin movies for each character. I don't mind those where when the character is getting their own, like Captain America gets their movie and the Hulk gets their movie. But these Avengers movies, and I've mentioned this before, with this many people, it just sounds like they put them all in a room, they let them stand in a circle, the camera pans around, they give them each a one-line zinger to zing off of each other, and then it's like they're all kind of like saying part of a sentence or paragraph, and they all kind of get their turn.
Mm.
And that's how they have these conversations a lot of the times. And it just is like, now he gets to talk and she gets to talk and they get to talk. It's kind of like,
Unnecessary.
okay,
Yeah.
it feels it doesn't feel natural at all.
Okay.
It just feels like everyone's getting their turn.
Well, I would say out of the three of us on this podcast, I am the Marvel most knowledgeable. Like I've
think
watched
that's
them the
fair.
most because I kind of had entered a couple of years ago my Marvel obsession phase, which I don't feel that in like Endgame, Infinity War. Like having seen those a lot, it feels natural. Like everybody kind of has their part. Everyone has their place because they've been established. But I am hesitant. I'm nervous about this one because they're pulling a lot of things from a lot of sources, a lot of places. X-Men from a whole nother property before it was even Disney and the whole bit. And you're bringing back Robert Downey Jr. as a whole new character. Like this
Yeah.
sounds like to make this really work sounds like a very
Yeah.
tall order. And like I agree with Tara. Is there something relevant and important to do? And some of these people, like the old X-Men actors, like how much are they going to be in? I mean, how big
Right.
is this movie going to be? There's a lot of people to cram in this thing.
I'm guessing there's going to be like 5 or 6 main characters that carry the whole thing, and then they're gonna pop in and out of all these other different timelines or something. I don't know. Otherwise, it's
Great,
going to be
more
a mess.
timelines.
It's gonna be a
Well, that and they introduced what's Kelsey Grammer's Beast.
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 Yeah.
I mean, he was a spoiler. End of the Marvels. He showed up, so they kind of set that up at the end of the Marvels movie.
Oh, yeah, that's
But
But there's no Marvels in this.
no, and they didn't announce what's her name, who was her friend, Captain Marvel's friend. I forget her real
Miss
name.
Marvel, like
Oh,
the
No.
yeah. Rambo.
Kamala.
Rambo,
Yeah.
Mama
Oh,
Rambo.
Rambo. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer, huh?
Yeah, and she was in that timeline with Beast at the end of that
But
movie.
there might be room for more.
And with her daughter, who wasn't really her daughter in that. There might be more. I mean, it's just there's a lot
There's a lot.
of different elements to pull into this. And then the Russos just did that apparently horribly reviewed movie, that sci-fi what
Oh
was that
yeah.
just came
What's it
out
called? Is it on Netflix?
with Chris Pratt. No, I think
and Millie Bobby Brown.
yeah. What was the name of that? It was like the Electric State. That people I heard that saw the trailer who had read the book were like, this does not look like the book that I read or whatever. It was a graphic novel or book, whatever. So there was already some hesitation about that. But then the movie apparently was absolutely horrible and a flop. And now Marvel's like, you guys can still direct, right? Because they nailed Avengers and Captain America and all those movies, but sometimes you just miss, and it sounds like it literally has 16% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh, boy, that's tough.
Critically, 70% audience-wise, but 16. So maybe they just went for some kind of high concept thing that just missed. But come on, Russo brothers, I got faith in you, but that wasn't a good last movie, apparently.
Well, if you like to see other gays in space, you have some options. If you weren't happy with those people, I don't know if any of them are gay, but those space people, there are gays in space.
There are.
They put on a convention. And there's one coming up in Philadelphia. It is called Galactic Diversity and Inclusion Con 2025, May 2nd through the 4th, downtown Philadelphia. Guess who's the headliner?
Who?
Kate Mulgrew.
Kate Mulgrew.
There's
Can I just say
there's also a mystery
Janeway.
guest
Mystery guest.
who is absolutely Melanie Scrofano.
Okay.
Well, I think Melanie's actually on the
Did
convention
they already
page
announce
now.
her?
I don't
Okay.
see her. I'm
Hang
on
on.
here.
'Cause it was
I'm on
like
like the main
a-
page with everybody's photo. Maybe
Okay.
she's on individually
'Cause they were
listed.
Yeah, if
teasing
you
it.
go to dnicon.org, she's on there.
Oh, well, I guess the
Not
cat's
the
out of
gays in
bag.
space page.
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah,
have to go
go to
specifically to this.
It's
okay.
D letter N icon. Which let me say that logo, I thought literally because of all you hear in the news now, I thought it was DE icon.
Which I think would have been great. The
DEI
diversity,
hire?
equity, and inclusion.
Because that kind of looks like an
Would
E.
have been relevant. It does look like an
Oh,
E.
I thought
It
that's what it
does.
was too.
No,
Yeah.
D and I.
It's
Oh,
an
that's
and.
hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, Melanie's picture's on there, so it's
Okay,
official.
well,
We've got some
Melanie's-
good guests, especially
will
if
be
you
there.
are a Star Trek person.
Yeah. Or randomly Angie Harmon, who is very
Yeah.
conservative, and I'm shocked she signed up for a diversity and inclusion
I think
con.
Wendy, you made the joke on a thread of like, does she know what con she's going to?
She might not. Her agent might have known. Because
Surprise!
that's a very weird place, I feel like. And it's not like she's known for anything sci-fi.
Nope.
Everybody else is like Star Trek and Charisma Carpenter from Buffy.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Oh, really? I saw
Yeah,
her
she's
in a
there.
Thai restaurant in LA.
That's
Oh,
right.
okay.
She was very beautiful.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. Glowing.
Not surprised.
Even the picture of Angie kind of has a look like, oh, what am I doing here? What kind of con is this?
Oh no.
Where's my agent?
What?
Terry Farrell's there from DS9.
That's cool. Yeah,
She's
looks
the
like a
one
lot
that
of
had
fun.
one of the first girl kisses on
Yeah.
network television, and everyone was like, "Wait, what? What's that?"
It looks like a lot of fun. A lot of all these pictures from previous cons. Everyone's having a great time. A gay
Robert
old time.
Picardo, I love him.
You know what? If you go into away missions, there's a thing with Kate Mulgrew. Says with a fireside chat and private reading with only 24 tickets on sale.
Ooh,
To
Yeah,
hang out for a fireside chat with Kate Mulgrew.
that's
that
fun.
sounds pretty.
Very
Oh
cool.
my god. And then there's the ultimate escape room adventure. Join an elite team of secret agents to uncover the double agent, led by Angie Harmon. Only
Oh.
four tickets. So
Does
I
sh-
guess
Does she know she's doing that?
are they
Probably.
doing it? She's literally gonna help like do an escape room with random people who
That's
buy
amazing.
tickets. This is
This convention
interesting.
looks really fun. Like,
It does.
especially if you're a Star Trek person, like it looks very Trek centric. But they're having a great time drone racing.
Okay.
I saw a picture of like a whole group of Star Trek people in uniforms with like the piping was rainbow on it. It looks really cool. They've got drag queens in the it looks like they have like a drag contest, Star Trek drag contest.
That's amazing.
Oh wow. I'm trying
Yeah,
to-
this looks like a lot of fun.
It does.
I
I'm
would
trying to
totally
s-
go to this if it was local.
If
but
only it weren't in Philadelphia.
Wow.
I'm
and
sure
then
it's a great
there's-
town. I've heard Philly's a great town.
yeah, and
But
they
it's
have this
not close.
traveling trans flag. What do we? What's this initiative? Traveling trans flag initiative. So the same group says this traveling trans flag initiative was created to spark conversation about trans rights in America, using a 12-foot by 8-foot trans flag in order to galvanize allies and institutions into taking real action based on the input of trans people in order to change realities of the trans experience. So they also, Gays in Space takes this flag various places wherever they're traveling for their conventions. Says it will travel across the country from event to event where actors, politicians, and aerospace leaders will sign the flag and make a short video expressing their support for trans rights.
Awesome.
So it has been signed by a lot of different people, a lot of Star Trek people, especially.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, you can go and see the list on here of all the people. So it's pretty cool. Nice to see.
They have a rainbow tribble booth where you can
Yes.
stand in a room full of tribbles.
Mm-hmm. You can donate. You can donate to the cause of the Traveling Trans Flag Initiative.
Oh, sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah, that's fine. Talk about the triples.
Tribbles, man. Anyway, this is like a great cause, and it looks like a lot of fun. This is an awesome convention.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Bring it to
cool.
LA.
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 We'll go.
Very cool.
Burbank.
Yeah, specifically Burbank.
Burbank would be perfect for this convention.
It looks
You get
like
a
they've been doing
get a
this
lot of
for a
actors.
while, since 2016.
Wow.
At least
how
on
is
the
this
Gays in Space, Gays in Space anyway. They've got a lot of like lists of everywhere they've been.
How is this the first we've heard of this?
I don't know.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Huh.
Yeah, that's on us. Meh.
Well, speaking of Mel being at this convention, shall we go to Purgatory?
Let's do it.
She Nerds Out presents live from Purgatory.
And here we are. So over the weekend, the GLAAD Awards happened. And guess who was there?
You.
Melanie?
No.
Oh.
Emily Andress and Tim Rozon.
Yeah.
And I think they were there because they must have been nominated, right? I think they were in the category for gayest movie. I'm not sure exactly. But they were that's why
I think for like a gay like special. I think it was for a special.
that makes sense.
Yes. And something with Jonathan Bennett beat it. They did not win.
They didn't win, but they got the nom. They showed up. They both looked incredible.
Yeah.
And Emily on, I think, Twitter made the joke, like, she posted a picture of her and Tim on the red carpet, and someone asked on Facebook, "Is that your husband?" I was like, no, but we look good together. But yeah, they both look fantastic. And just to get the nomination is pretty freaking cool. It's good to have, the show needs to be recognized for its representation of LGBTQ plus, because they've been doing it from the very beginning. From episode 2, it's been a show that has queer characters. So I'm glad they're getting their recognition, because they deserve it.
Yeah. What else are they doing down there in Purgatory?
Recognition.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Good.
Thank you.
They're also have been nominated for the Canadian Screen Actor Awards.
Yes, Vengeance. I made a list of all the nominations. You guys ready for this?
Ready.
Yes.
In no particular order, and maybe I can make it in an order that's more interesting. Best stunts.
Interesting.
Love that.
Okay.
Best
Good one.
production design or art direction. Best visual effects. Best music. Best supporting performer for Knox.
Uh-oh.
Karen Knox. Best sound. Best writing. Emily Andress.
Oh,
Hello.
good for you, Emily.
Best lead actress. Melanie Scrofano.
Really?
Wow.
And best TV movie.
Wow.
Vengeance. That's a huge amount of nominations.
That's pretty good.
That's awesome. Congratulations to Vengeance and the whole team. This is a big deal. They got to win something.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey, Sandra Oh was nominated too for Can I Get a
saw.
Witness?
Can I get a what?
Can I get a witness?
I like to have best achievement in hair
Love
as a
that.
category. This sounds funny the way they put it.
When are the awards themselves? Let's see. You'd think it'd be on the website.
You'd think.
Then there's also usually there's usually an audience award. Like, we can vote for things. I'm
Is this
sure
where you have to
there's
vote like every day over and over?
Yeah, remember those days?
Yes.
There's got to
Click
be
the things to make sure you're not a robot.
Exactly.
Find the
must-
cabbages.
Like the audience, what do they call it? Like the audience
Triggering.
awards.
Find the bicycle.
Anyway, we'll do a little more digging, and we need to encourage people to vote for anything Winona. So
I would like to vote for best documentary program, Saving the Animals of Ukraine. It's got a picture of a cat.
Oh.
okay,
Aw.
that sounds wonderful.
May I vote
and,
for that, please?
That's a good thing to vote for. Vote.
A lot of awards.
Here it is. Fundraiser, Choice Awards. Voting is closed. Okay, so they haven't. I don't think they've announced the audience award yet. Huh. Screen Actor goes. A winner be announced on the Canadian Screen Actor Award.
What's happening?
It's on May 31st. Oh, no,
Okay.
that's not right. That
That's
was
a
for
little time.
2024. Where's the goddamn awards, guys? When is it going to be on? Help me.
Oh, I'm trying. I'm
Help me.
looking.
Confused right now. I keep
For
looking
God's
on
sake.
Oh my
Say-
God, it
website.
doesn't have a date. Why don't you have a date anywhere?
It's not just me, right? Like, it's not an obvious thing.
Hang on. Hold, please.
Help me.
Please.
My computer's
No.
May 30th.
It's May 30th. Okay.
Wait a minute. I lied.
Yep, that was last year.
No. It says May 30th, 2025.
Okay.
Great.
Oh, wait. There's a whole scripted television awards, May 31st.
Maybe it's two separate. It might be two separate.
Yeah, I think that's May 31st.
Okay.
But
'Cause
wait,
they would be scripted television, right?
no,
or
wait.
wait,
So
CS
Canadian Screen
June
Actors
1st?
Awards will take place on Wednesday, March 26th. That's not right.
Wait a minute.
That's the nominations that
Kate-
were announced.
Okay,
Oh.
I found it.
the whole thing. It's May 30th through June 1st,
Yeah.
and the Canadian Screen Awards are on June 1st.
Okay.
There we go.
Boom.
Whew. Oh, that
Ugh.
took way too long. And that's not our fault. That's not on us.
No, it's on the
Anyway.
Canadians. That's
We
why
will
we
be-
want to buy you in America.
No, Wendy. Let's not make
Yeah,
that
I know.
joke.
Yeah, no, we hate him.
Upset
Sorry.
people. It's a very sensitive
No,
topic.
no.
Because of your
No.
awards.
Um,
No. We're on your side, Canada.
We love
So-
you. We love that you put the French after the English, the French writing.
What?
English. No, that they do the
Right.
English and they do the French.
Yeah.
For all of their everything
all
on the
inclu-
website. I
It's
love
very
it.
inclusive.
No, stay away from us, Canada. You don't want this mess.
You don't want any piece of this.
No.
So, anyways, they're airing in June. So we have so much time to talk about it. We're going to talk about it a lot more.
Okay.
So don't worry about that. And when the audience award comes out, we're going to vote the shit out of it.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. Because that'd be great. We got to give Avengers something.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I think is that it? Did we do it?
That's it. Yeah.
Woo! Look at us.
That was
Look
impressive. That was
at
impressive. We're on the
us.
Twitter. We're hardcore on the Twitter now. Thank you, Lee.
Oh, Lee is doing it. You know what?
Round of
applause.
applause you can't hear because Zoom filters
I'll
it
add-
out.
yeah,
but we're
I'll
all
add it.
clapping
I'll add it.
correctly right now.
Lee is killing it. On
There's
the socials.
content.
There's even more coming. Lee has ideas. We're gonna have
Yeah.
a TikTok, you guys. Are you?
We just
Wendy
got to
looks
figure
so
out how to use it.
We
I
don't
know
have
how
to figure
to
out shit.
I know how to watch it,
Lee's gonna do all of it. We just gotta send
do stuff,
videos of us doing stupid shit.
and we do that all the time.
Like ding dong ditching cat.
That would be kind of fun.
We live close enough to get up to mischief.
Yeah, we can TP each
Um,
other's houses.
Ooh.
Good old day. Now it's prices, cost. It's
That's true.
egg houses. No,
Can't
can't
egg
do
the
that
house,
anymore.
No.
You can Cadbury egg someone's house.
No,
That
don't
sounds
waste
fun.
don't waste Cadbury eggs. If you want
You
a
know what?
Cadbury egg my house, come place them on my porch, ring the bell, and present them to me so I can eat them.
There's only one thing I hate more than candy corn. It is fucking Cadbury eggs.
What?
It's disgusting.
Have you ever
What is
had
wrong with you?
It's just sugar. It's gross. It
Yes,
doesn't taste like
yeah.
anything.
No, have you ever had the fudge ones? The fudge filled ones?
Sounds
They're
worse.
hard to find, but they're so fucking
You
good.
realize candy is good because of the sugar, right?
That's what makes it good.
It's gotta taste like something. It's
Have little
just,
Cadbury
it makes
eggs,
my
right?
teeth hurt. It's
You know how many
so-
chocolate Easter bunnies I've already had?
Have you found a baby Binks?
3 of them. I bought 3 the
Oh,
other day.
wow.
Because
Okay.
you know me, I bought the one with the smashed in ears, missing eyes, and then the smashed face because no one else would. And I'm gonna eat them.
No,
You know,
you're gonna
I
devour
sought them
their
out.
faces?
Walgreens. Oh, I already two are down. Two
You
are
know
down.
what I
One to
saw
go.
the other day is someone has a giant peep in their front yard as like a decoration. It's really cute.
Nice.
It's really cute.
That's a fun Easter one.
That is fun.
You know, Kat, I used to not want the Cadbury eggs because the way they looked, I really thought it was real egg in the chocolate. That I
Right.
didn't want them, and then I realized it was candy, and
Never look back.
never.
Imagine if they were real egg.
I thought that's why I thought it was so disgusting.
Hard boiled egg.
Like, who would want that?
Oh,
Wait, it's not egg. Oh yeah, I'll take 5.
Just a painted hard boiled egg.
oh my
I thought it was
God.
chocolate, somehow with egg, and
Ew.
Yeah,
that's why I didn't have them for a long
that
time.
makes sense.
Yeah, it's gross.
Ugh.
Yeah, Easter. Easter is my favorite candy time of the year.
Really?
The-
Even
the
more than Halloween.
Yeah. Easter is my weakness. The eggs, the Reese's eggs,
the-
the hollow
yeah.
bunnies are my supreme weakness.
The
Their
sweet
cottontail.
tart-
The mini
animal
Cadbury
shape.
eggs, the like candy. What are those called? The candy outside and the
Yeah, I got
salt-
some over there in the cabinet.
Those are like
Yes.
the best.
Yes, they are.
Those are addictive and they're just
Uh-huh.
like candy crack.
Yeah, that's
Those I can just shovel in,
that's what that's the plan. No, Easter has the best candy. You can keep your Valentine's candy, keep your Christmas candy. Keep
Well,
your Halloween
Valentine's
candy.
is crap too.
It's no
Halloween
Easter. Is,
Come on, Halloween candy.
It's great, but give me Easter.
I
You agree,
I
Tara?
think I agree. Yeah, Easter is more of a variety. Yeah,
Yeah,
If
you get
if
things
you
you
can
don't.
find the right stuff. It's so good.
If
And
you,
yeah,
I have a question for the both of you.
Uh-oh.
You could only have one of these two things for the rest of your lives: candy corn or Cadbury eggs.
Cadbury
You
egg.
have to choose. Really?
It's
Yeah,
chocolate.
well, if I could find the fudge filled Cadbury eggs, not
No
the cream
fudge.
filled,
No fudge.
well then candy corn.
Okay.
I'll take any Cadbury egg
That's so interesting. Okay. We just
because
learned
there's
about something.
chocolate involved.
You get a little bit of both.
Yeah.
You get the chocolate and you get the super sweet, disgusting cream filling.
Beautiful cream filling. Yeah.
All right.
And all the candy's shaped like little animals. So it's even cute.
It is cute. The peeps are cute.
The
I
sweet
don't do
tarts, the sweet tart, they have bags of the animal shaped sweet tarts, like flattened
Yes.
animal shape. Yeah, they're so good.
Okay.
They're just like little, put them on your tongue, let them, so good. Yum, 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 yum. Nom, nom,
Best
nom,
candy
nom,
day of the year.
Nom, 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 nom,
nom,
nom,
nom, nom, nom, nom.
All right.
Like I guess like I was saying originally, we're on Twitter at Snot Podcast with 1D. We're on Blue Skies. She Nerds Out at She Nerds Out, something like that.
Or you can trudge over to Facebook and Instagram and go to She Nerds Out Podcast.
Is that where all the old people go?
Yep.
Still Facebook? Oh, well, that's why we're there.
That's where families go
Sure.
to check on family things.
You and your family can also go to our website, shenerdsout.com. You can look at some merch. You can buy us a beer like Judy. You can leave us a voicemail like our anonymous voicemailer last week. Definitely wasn't Anne. You can
Not at
also send us an email at shenerdsout@gmail.com. Send us your favorite Easter candy or who are you most excited about in that new Marvel movie, or who do you, I don't know. What's another question?
Who do you want to see on there that wasn't listed?
Yeah,
Like,
who
there's
do you
no
wanna
Peter
beat?
Quill. Where's he?
Right.
By the way, Tara, did you say Facebook?
Yeah,
Because we're on Instagram, right? Are we on
Facebook
Facebook?
and Instagram. Yeah,
Oh,
we
you
are.
said Instagram? Okay.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, there's some people that aren't. I feel like Chris Evans wasn't on there, but I feel like people are like, there's rumors he's gonna be there.
Really?
I don't know, in some other kind of
Hey.
capacity. I mean, he was in Deadpool and Wolverine as
Right.
Johnny Storm or whatever his
Yeah,
name is.
yeah, true. Hey, if anybody out there finds any of those Cadbury eggs filled with the fudge, I don't want the cream. I want the fudge.
You hear that? She doesn't want the
Send
cream.
them on down. They're hard
She
to
wants
find.
the
Very
fudge.
hard to find. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you know, if you do find them, you can send them to our P.O. Box.
Yeah.
Which is SNOP P.O. Box 6732 Burbank, California 91510.
And let us know so they don't sit in there for like a week and melt.
Definitely let us know, because sometimes the
'Cause
post
that's
office doesn't
food.
tell me, and then I'm embarrassed. And I don't like to be
Same.
embarrassed. I don't like to
Same.
feel bad about myself.
We
I
don't
do
want
that
to
enough.
open Easter eggs at 4th of July because we didn't know.
But we will, and we'll eat them.
We'll definitely eat them.
Oh yeah, I will. I've eaten a flattened, big-eared Easter bunny, that had been left in the car and it like flattened, melted and flattened. I still ate it.
How long?
I don't know. It's probably a while.
It's probably a while.
Called testing the limits of food. I tried that with a
visionary.
I tried it with a lean cuisine Mexican food meal that had been in my car for like 3
What?
days in the trunk.
No,
God.
you didn't.
Oh, I didn't eat it because it stunk up the apartment so bad. It was.
How did that happen, Wendy?
But you
I left it in
opened
the
it
car
and
and
you
I thought it might be okay. It was not okay.
Wendy.
Yeah, it was not. I was young and stupider.
When you said, "Can I eat this chicken?" How long's it been in the fridge? I don't know, like 2-3 weeks.
Look, food will let you know when they're bad. You
Yeah,
just
but
gotta-
sometimes it's too late when they let you
Like-
know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
yeah. So far, so
You've
good.
already eaten it
So far,
and
so
you're on the
good.
bathroom
It's
toilet.
called-
telling you.
Not wanting to waste food. Hey, Wendy. Let's go back to the beginning of the show. Wendy, why don't you take us out?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Which one was me?
Me.
Oh, that was
well,
you. Yes, you're
I'm
Wendy.
me, of course.
Wendy.
And I'm Kat.
Okay. Well, until
This
next
is
time.
Tara.
Ah. Till next time. She nerds out.
Out.
She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy things. Nerdy things.
You have notes for me, Tara?
Why you make your face like that?